everyone, and welcome back to another Fundations lesson with me, your favorite YouTuber, Miss O'Neill. So we are still doing double duty on Fundations lessons, which means we're doing 2 in 1 day. So we have a lot to get through. I know we are smart second grade kids. We got this. So we're doing 4 big things today. We're going over a brand new concept. We're going to be talking about when we have a long E sound at the end of a word. We're going to talk about those kinds of choices. We are going to go back at the Winter Daydream story time. I'm going to be asking you some questions about that. We have some new trick words to go ahead and write down and learn. And then the very, very last but not least, we're going to be talking about the assignment that I have for you today. So let's go ahead and get started. Really quick review before we learn our brand new concept. I'm going to show you some sound cards for the long E sound, and you're going to go ahead and be my echo. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. E, me, E. Nice, wonderful. E, Pete, E. Cool beans. Y, baby, E. Nice. E, a, eat, E. Awesome. E, jeep, E. All right, and E, Y, key, E. Nice, wonderful. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to write the word chimney up on the board. Come on and tap it out with me. Chimney. Are you ready? Your elbows are up. Ch, ch. Eh, eh. Mm, 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 mm. E, E. Chimney, chimney. What's that ch sound? Nice. C-H. Ch. Eh, eh. I. Wonderful. M. 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 N. 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 And last but not least, we have an E sound. Here, it's going to be an E-Y. Awesome. So, at the end, nope. What? Miss O'Neill, where's your train of thought? Okay, here it is. We can build D syllables and combine them with other types of syllables to make longer words here, right? So we already know that this word, chimney, chimney, is 2 different types of syllables, okay? Broken up here between the M and the N. So we know down here, because of the EY, this is going to be a D syllable. Do you know what kind of syllable this word is? Or not this word, the syllable is? Ch, chim. Nice, that's a closed syllable. This I has nowhere to go and it's making a short sound. We also have a digraph there to underline. Wonderful. 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 Oh my goodness, Miss O'Neill. Okay. So, EY almost always is going to be our spelling option for the end of a word with more than 1 syllable that says E. E. But if you're listening closely, I just said option. There is one other thing it could be. It could be A-Y, like at the end of the word baby, right? So let's go ahead. Where's my eraser? Here it is. So let me give you 2 examples over here. So I could write the word silly. S-E-O. We have a double a bonus letter here, and then we have Y all by itself at the end of the word. Or over here, like the word we just built, we could have chimney, where it has an M, N, then an E, Y at the end. At the end of a word with more than one syllable, our options are going to be EY and Y. Okay? Let's talk about the word donkey. Let me erase these. We're going to tap out the word donkey together, and when we get to the end, we are going to make a big decision. Donkey, elbows up, D, D. Nice, wonderful. D, D, ah, ah, ah. O, awesome. N, N. N, K, K. Nice. I know this one is tricky because it could be C, K, or CK, but since it's in the middle of the word, I'm gonna make it a K. And then we have our ending. We could either make this word donkey, or we can make this word donkey. Do you recognize the right spelling here? Wonderful. The right spelling for this word is E-Y. Okay? So remember, for spelling options, you can take a look in a dictionary, you can ask somebody for help around you, you could go online to try to find the answer. If we had our student notebooks in front of us, we could also look for those as well. So, before we move on to the story time, the questions that I have to ask you about the reading, I do have one more curveball to throw at you. EY and vowel Y are not our only options here for E at the end of the word. Sometimes we could have a really crazy word like referee, and there are going to be two E's at the end of the word. I know, crazy. This is where spelling options come in handy. This is where having a dictionary or someone that can help you, and Google and student notebooks can also help you. My favorite way to figure out spelling words is honestly by doing a lot of reading. I found out the more reading I do, the more words that I know, and the more words that I know, the more I can see what right words look like, and I can find the right spelling just by looking at a word. Kind of a cool superpower to have if you read a lot. All right, we are done with our brand new concepts. We are on to story time. So we read this story, Winter Daydream, yesterday. I am not going to read the story again to you. Instead, I have a little bit of a challenge for you. Oh, you heard me right. A challenge. You are going to take your pencil, your colored pencil, your marker, it doesn't really matter to me as long as you are working neatly. Keyword, neatly, okay? I want you in your story to find me a word that ends with EY. Find me a word that ends with Y, and find me a word that ends with double E. You're just going to go ahead and circle them right in your story, okay? You're going to pause this video, look for those words, circle them in your story. You should have a paper copy right in front of you. And then unpause the video when you're done, and I will show you my answers. But you can't have the same answers as me. Well, I mean, I guess you could have the same answers as me as long as you're doing it before I show you my answers. Whatever, I'll just show you my answers now. So, for a word that ends in EY, the word that stuck out to me the most is the word hockey. Right in the first paragraph there. The word that stuck out to me the most for just ending in Y had to be, let's see, penalty. I bet you thought I was going to pick steamy, huh? Hockey and penalty, and for my double E word, has to be my pal Lee over here. Awesome. Cool beans, great work. That's it for story time, guys. We are moving right along. We're going to be talking about trick words. We have 3 trick words to talk about now. To write down trick words, you are going to get this paper from our website or from your packet, and you're just going to go ahead and write down all of our trick words on this one paper. Even trick words we're going to talk about in our next units and in the upcoming weeks. We're going to have one big paper that you can look at and see all of the trick words. Okay? So, trick word number 1 here is going to be my favorite meal of the day, breakfast. Let's go ahead and write it out together. I'll write it big over here and then tiny over here. Breakfast. B, spell it with me, R, E, A, K, F, A, S, T. Breakfast. A really easy way that I like to remember how to spell breakfast is that when you eat breakfast, your first thing in the morning, you are going to break fast. So fasting is when you don't eat for a long time, right? So you were sleeping, you weren't eating, you were just dreaming, and now you wake up and you're breaking. At fast, you're going to eat something. Let's go ahead and write it small together over here. Breakfast. B, R, E, A, K, F, A, S, T. Breakfast. All right, our next word is the word ready. R, E, A, D, Y. Ready. Are you ready to write it small? All right, well, I'm writing it small over here. You are going to use your 2 fingers and just write it out in the air, okay? Ready. R, E, A, D, Y. Ready. And now it's time for our last trick word. It is head. Like the head on top of your shoulders. Head. H, E, A, D. Head. I'm going to write it small over here. Go ahead and skywrite it for me. I'll write it up here right next to breakfast. H, E, A, D. Head. Awesome. Wonderful. Go ahead and give yourself a kiss on the forehead and a pat on the back. So I'm going to go ahead and erase these trick words from the board because you already have them written down. If not, that is the beauty of YouTube. You can just go ahead and rewind this video to find them. Awesome. Now we're going to talk about your assignment. This is work that you are going to do on your own, okay? When you are done with this paper, these fix up the sentences, you're going to have your grown-up take a picture and send it to me through my email or on Remind, okay? This is how I'm going to check that you're doing your work since I can't be in school with you right now. All right? Go ahead and rewrite the sentences in the correct order. Make sure you begin with a capital letter and end with a period or some other sentence stopper. These words are all mixed up. You have to unscramble the words to find the right sentence. Take a look at this picture for clues. And remember, make sure to have your grown-up send me a picture after when you're done. All right, I love you a lot. I miss you a bunch, and I will see you later. Bye.